chuckle nuts?
Hey, greetings lads and laddies, I'm glad all you can join me in this presentation of selling the unsellable. Have a product that not even your granny's dog would want to buy? No sweat, here to help. Gaslighting the consumer base into thinking that dumpster fire you sell is actually a finished sauna. Hope you are ready. With a track record of ours, there is no way your client will leave disappointed. Well, I plan to retire early anyway. Square Enix, you know, the legendary game studio best known for Power Wash Simulator. Oh, and also having trouble finalizing that damn fantasy. Nowadays they had their few moments, like that they issues the game, a peek into Gehenna, and this pile of oily gunk they forced the creators behind Metal Gear Rising churn out. Niche guys. I mean, can you blame them? Churning out the last imagination for the 40th time and being in sound mind is not a lifestyle that complements each other. But today we're gonna take a look at a different kind of mental illness. One of their games that truly shows what Square Enix's real effort is all about. F***ing up. On September 24th of 2021, Chocobo GP was announced. A kart racing game featuring conclusive fiction's most beloved character, him. This wasn't Square Enix's first rodeo on this idea. A good 4 PlayStations ago, Chocobo Racing was a fun take on the karting genre, so it was a pleasant surprise to see them coming back with a new title after such a long time. And based on the first trailer, it actually kinda looked like a lot of fun. Many were excited about this game, it just came out on the right time as well. Since our resident bestseller Mario Kart 8 was still popular enough, it hadn't gotten any new content for almost 5 years now, so a fresh new take on the karting genre was a welcome sight. I mean, what can go wrong? Well, a lot in hindsight. The game released on March 10th of 2022, and you would think they'd have it on every gaming platform imaginable to maximize profits, but this is Square Enix we're talking about. So only put it out on the console that has its biggest competition on it. I guess they banked on Switch users getting tired of Mario Kart 8 at this point. Oops. People could not stop talking about this game after its release. Not for good reasons, but they were reasons. It was sold for a crisp $60 at launch, but there was also a free version with limited characters to choose from, no story mode, time trials, and the only playable mode was Grand Prix. But what caught people's eyes the most was the abundant and shameless amounts of microtransactions. Start a game, bang! 3 pop-ups nudging the player to buy or buy the season pass before you even play. If you downloaded it for free, you would puke in your mouth a little and proceed to delete. Those who bought the game for the full price didn't have that luxury. They had to rethink their life choices. Yeah, Square Enix clearly planned Chocobo GP to be a live service, a game that starts so dry on content, but eventually will be filled by continuous updates, so maybe one day it will be worth spitting on it. However, the problem was that idea was just a bit too clear. There were zero mentions of the MTX nor the Battle Pass before release, and it's safe to say not many did expect that surprise since it's a full price $60 game. Good idea, Square Enix, I'm sure it'll work for the 4th time. But enough about that, how about the game itself? Is it actually worth a spit? Well, allow me, an avid connoisseur of the Definitive Daydream series, to give you a truly trustworthy review, and maybe even convince you to buy this product. If it fails, there is always backup plans. Surely it can't be that bad, right? We even have a sick intro with sick riffs and sick window movie maker editing, and it's only followed up by like 4 pop-ups of microtransaction deals, just 4 enough to cause existential dread about one's life choices. I mean, it could do more with an unskippable ad and a few NFTs. Just take the word from this lad, the UI dev from none other than Ubisoft. Rendering, awful, no minimaps, 0 radio towers in the distance or quest markers. And the game won't stop when you get to the menu. Where are you gonna put the in-game shop then? If you manage to make it through the menu, you'll find yourself in an even harder challenge than the tutorial. This ain't no children's game. This is the new and renewed Chocobo GP, but have stuff for the old fans of the series as well. If you buy Cloud from Disney's Kingdom Come for $50 or more, that would put the cost about the same as buying Chocobo Racing today. So it's like the same experience. By the way, did you like the music of that intro? Because here's the funny thing, that's not the theme of this game. This is.
Here, but you're about to throw up and I can eat your puke. Spider-Man, hold my phone at 3 a.m.
Mozart's been real quiet since this dropped. Funnily enough, the game has vinyls to buy, for real money of course, new soundtracks. So my old dumbass brain thought this could be used to replace the menu music, but I was also woefully wrong. The vinyls only replace the music of the tracks. On all of them, you can't mix it up individually. You can mute the music in the options, but this includes, you guessed it, the track themes as well. So you're either left with background noise or a brand new strain of tinnitus. Have fun picking your poison. Now let's get into the game's clearly less important feature, the gameplay. It's a racing game. You race to the finish, preferably in front of your rivals. But you expected bowling? Let me reiterate the development pitch for Chocobo GP. What if we made a kart game? Like the one that features that fat pitecophobic Italian man? But badly. Controls aren't the worst, but turning feels slippery and has this rubber band effect like you're steering the spring of a pen. Drifting and boosting are even worse as tracks don't accommodate those features since they are seemingly designed by a toddler that listened to the theme song a bit too much. You have these item eggs giving you the random bullshit you can use to make your rival's life a bigger hell than it is. Generally the same stuff you know from good old Mario, but with the expected decisive pipe dream coating. Gungaga! Mushrooms are crystals, shells are fireballs, bananas are squirts, and bullet base is a big ass dragon. But we do have some original bullshit as well. A controllable tornado, a reaper that has to be shaken off before the time runs out, and my personal favorite, the portals. You put down 2 portals for yourself and everyone behind you to skip the ration line. The best part, the exit portal becomes a trap, where the poor suckers that entered them end up the other way around, and there is like no time to react to it. It's like the ultimate tool to f*** someone over. Chocobo GP also has its own zesty twists on items as a whole. You have a whopping 3 slots for items. Weapons you pick up can be used at your heart's desire, or you can hold on to them and get a chance to upgrade said item by picking up more boxes to make them more bullshit. With the shinier eggs generally giving better stuff to work with, like the fireballs. At level 1 it goes straight, like a green shell. However, at level 2 it gains homing, like a red shell. And at level 3 it straight up becomes a blue shell. It gives more room for players to strategize. Do I wanna use it right now or save it later for a better upgrade? Too bad that 95% of the time you rather use the latter option. Here's all the shortcuts that you can use your speed boosts on. Yeah, it's 0, there is literally no shortcuts on the tracks. Also, here's a shield that doesn't work on 90% of the hazards. Also, the guy who balanced all these items snorted a bit too much V-shaped crack. Here's me in first place, miles ahead of the second, and the game graciously awards me with a dragon bear. But to compensate for it, it gives me another one. But that's only funny as long as the game lets you use those items, because you can't if you are midair, or boosting, or if you have a fungal infection. God damn, you guys weren't lying. And don't get me started on every character's special ability. Yes, that's a thing now. You charge these up by picking up crystals, this game's version of coins, and you let hell loose. So the developers, to make up for a lack of everything, they gave us a huge prison line to choose from, and each of these inmates have their own unique special thing they can do. Some lets you evade danger, others makes you the danger, others are straight up bull. All of them gives you temporary god mode and makes your card control like your dad coming home from the lawyer's office. So let's take a surface level look at them. Starting with the worst, which is logically the title character. Chocobo gets a speed boost by recreating Superman 64 for his opponents for some reason. Chocobo but woman does it reverse. Chocobo but diabetes avoids the IRS. Sherma gets a barrier that also doesn't work. John Dark Souls wields his trusty police brutality. The newly added Chocobos but gentrified take a book out of 80s Ireland for a change.
Where's swastika? The hell Hitler?
See them Miss Lordosis, special military operations, counter with appropriate measures, and Ifrit, just straight up war crimes. Now let's get on to the tracks, the heart and soul of racing games. I think. We have a wide variety of maps to choose from, including not Moo Moo Meadows, not Rainbow Road, not Cheap Cheap Beach, Purple Dimension but blue, Alexandria not on fire, Big Bridge, Bigger Bridge, and Britain. I only mentioned this for the example. Or maybe because these are all the tracks. Oh, but me old dummy, I forgot to mention all the different layouts you can play on. You think I was showing gameplay of the same track this whole time? You fool, you dummy, you dull, uninspired swine. How could one not realize I was going slightly to the left side at one time? Do you have any hobbies? Do you have a job that will require any amount of creativity by your commonplace pedestrian brain? Do you even remember where you are? Your wife's name, your kids' faces, or how did you even get into this empty parking lot? Probably not, as the tracks being flatter and blender than the Queen's heart rate might play a role in the mess lobotomy this game causes on those who play it. You spend more time on the loading screen than playing on the tracks. I don't think it's an exaggeration if I say the races don't last as much as Baby Park, and these are supposed to be the long versions. There are even shorter ones. In multiplayer, this is agony. There is only like one game mode where you can actually find people. Now, Grand Prix is arguably another really cool idea this game has. I know, shocking. But playing in groups where you fight to qualify for the top and face tougher opponents up until the finals is a really cool idea, and I would love to see it used in another game. Not here though, none of the victories or defeats feel earned. It always comes down to luck, as if you get boned at the beginning, climbing back up is almost impossible since the race is over after 2 blinks, and on the loading screen, based on my experience, you spend at least 3 blinks. You would think the tournament format makes transition between races faster, since we already have the players grouped up and ready. But no, because what's the point in coming up with cool ideas when you're just a bit too into pins and needles?
Creativity.
Speaking of lobotomy, we have a story mode. What's the story is about?
This way we can both participate.
I'm so eager to share that with Grandpa once more.
It was just a wee tap.
What else to say? You watch these obnoxious PowerPoint presentations and race against the AI. That's it. Look, I get it, it's a children's game, but this is just sad. No unique challenges, boss battles, or even a goddamn battle mode. Just plain as basic racing through the 9 or so maps this game has. And you don't even have to be first to win. It's enough if you're just ahead of your rival. From the PowerPoint, you can be in the 7th place and win as long as they are the last. Essentially, the game tells you it doesn't matter if you break your leg, as long as your rival breaks both. But still, it's an obnoxious mess to go through, where skill hardly matters more than how horny is the AI to screw you. If it's mating season, your ass is minced meat. But you have to do it to unlock every character and their car's customization. There are like 3 for each car, it's just sad. And even at one point the game thinks it's too generous with the stuff it gives you, so you'll unlock only the option to buy them for in-game currency. How gracious of you, Squeenix. Finishing the story mode only takes an hour, but it'll feel like an entire Ramadan. But if that's not enough, you'll also unlock Turbo mode, where you can replay the whole thing again on a harder difficulty. Yeah sure buddy, what degenerate do you think I am to go through fasting twice in a row to unlock a cactus? That's f***ing right, I'm a man of God. And that's it. 9 lame-ass tracks, a cookie cutter story mode, a bunch of bullshit characters, a time trial. Oh, now I get the full price, the battle pass and the microtransaction. This game sucks ass! Sure, there are some cool ideas here and there, like the item combinations and the Grand Prix, but in the end it's just an anemic version of any other better kart racer out there. The controls are rubbish, the map variety is anemic, the kart customization is pathetic, and they want you to pay $10 more on top of the retail price so you can grind your ass away for one character, a few paint jobs and a sticker. Just to put it into perspective how much BS that is, in 2014, $12 got you 60 new tracks in Mario Kart 8! More tracks than this sorry excuse of a game come out with! And Mario Kart has a Mercedes-Benz! But fine, evidently this is just my launch day experience. It's been almost 3 or 4 years since this game came out, and seemingly the devs tried to make amends from all the stupid push they tried to pull after no one wanted to play the game since everyone only known for it for all the stupid push they tried to pull. They did make the season pass rewards easier to achieve. I unlocked everything in an hour. So, they added 2 entire tracks, Belen Garden World and Midgar.
Gungaga.
And like 8 characters. Hooey. My investment stings already less. So you may ask the other question that has another obvious answer to it. Can we look into Chocobo GP for its fun gameplay and vast content the developers clearly put lots of love and effort into? My contract legally prevents me from giving you my honest opinion, but it's my lunchtime which it does not cover, so my answer is, are you f***ing dance? No, this game is sh**. Oh, the lunchtime is over. But not all is lost, Square. As a fellow bird of thievery, I mean reliable business advisory, heed my words and you can still save this absolute beautiful dumpster fire. Just add the beloved and famous character from Kingdom Hearts, Chicken Little, driving a Mercedes-Benz, and stocks will soar in no time. You can thank me later by PayPaling your intern's overtime pay.